Have you ever felt that the city is too visually dense to actually see? Not in the sense of confusion, but in the sense that perception never fully stabilizes long enough to become a clear experience. Nothing disappears, yet nothing organizes itself into focus. Vision keeps moving, but it never settles. What we are dealing with here is not a failure of seeing, but a failure of structure inside perception itself. The brain does not simply register the world. It constantly organizes it, separating figure from background, what psychologists call figure-ground organization. But under modern conditions, this organization becomes unstable. Attention no longer locks into a single hierarchy. It keeps rebuilding the field from moment to moment. This is where Charles Sheeler becomes essential. He does not depict the city as it appears. He actively reconstructs how vision is allowed to function. Sheeler doesn't describe modernity. He disciplines it. He filters visual noise, strips down complexity, and forces perception into controlled spatial relations. The city in his work is no longer an environment of movement. It becomes a constructed system of clarity, where every element is placed, aligned, and stabilized. This is where Sheeler's method becomes clear. In works such as American Landscape, industrial space stops behaving like lived experience and starts functioning like visual architecture. Nothing drifts. Nothing competes. Everything locks into structure. What changes here isn't just style, it's the status of vision itself. Perception stops being exploratory and becomes pre-organized. Instead of moving through uncertainty and building meaning over time, it receives a field that has already been resolved into order. From a Gestalt perspective, this means figure-ground relations are forcibly stabilized. Ambiguity is reduced, not discovered. The brain is no longer asked to interpret competing structures. It is given only one stable configuration to hold. From a cognitive perspective, this is a shift from open perceptual sampling to constrained prediction. Uncertainty is not processed, it is removed. The system does not negotiate meaning anymore. It confirms structure. At this point, perception can no longer be understood as passive reception of visual reality. It functions as a selection system under pressure. Attention does not simply observe. It chooses, excludes, and stabilizes fragments of the environment into temporary coherence. In unstable urban conditions, this selection becomes continuous rather than final. Nothing is fully processed because everything competes for processing at the same time. Sheeler's work interrupts this condition by pre-selecting the visual field in advance, removing the need for attentional negotiation. What remains is not raw perception, but pre-filtered visibility. But this clarity comes at a cost. Sheeler reduces perception to order by removing everything that does not support it. Peripheral instability, unresolved transitions, visual ambiguity. What remains is coherence, but a very specific kind of coherence, one that depends on strict limitation of what perception is allowed to see. So what looks like clarity is actually control. Vision becomes stable, but only because it is narrowed. This is the paradox of Sheeler's modernity. He restores structure to perception, but only after perception has already lost its natural stability. His work does not show the city as it is seen. It shows what seeing becomes when instability has already been contained. The modern industrial image does not simply represent reality. It begins to function as a form of engineered perception. Instead of reflecting how the world is seen, it constructs conditions for how seeing should occur. In Sheeler's case, industrial architecture is not an object of vision, but a mechanism for organizing vision itself. The image behaves like a model of controlled attention, where visual relations are predetermined and perceptual uncertainty is eliminated before it can arise. This transforms realism into a technical operation, not depiction, but design of perceptual experience. And this is where the system reaches its limit. Because once perception is fully stabilized through structure, the problem no longer remains fragmentation. It shifts. Stability itself begins to fail under a different pressure, not breakdown, but excess. Attention is no longer dealing with uncertainty. It is dealing with too much at once: bodies, movements, signals, simultaneous stimuli that cannot be reduced into a single hierarchy. But even a stabilized perceptual system does not remain sufficient once the density of stimuli exceeds structural limits. At a certain threshold, perception is no longer challenged by ambiguity or instability, but by accumulation itself. The issue is no longer what should be selected, but how anything can be excluded when everything demands simultaneous registration. In this condition, coherence does not fail through collapse, but through overload. The system does not break, it saturates. And it's at this breaking point, where perception can no longer be held by structure alone, that the next stage begins. What Sheeler ultimately reveals is that perception does not simply discover order in the world. It depends on order being created first. And once we recognize that, the modern city begins to look very different. Not as a place we see, but as a system that teaches us how to see. But Sheeler's solution is only one part of a much larger story. Because the struggle between instability, attention, and order runs through the entire visual culture of modernity. And that is exactly what we will explore in the next video